Bonnie from Backward Story, and today I'm here to tell you about a fantastic new picture book that I really love a lot. It is called Interstellar Cinderella. It is by Deborah Underwood, and it has illustrations by Meg Hunt. And this book it's fantastic. I can't even talk about this book without giggling. It is just so good. It is really good, and a lot of people were concerned when they first saw it coming out because it sounded very similar to a YA novel called Cinder by Marissa Meyer. Both books are about a Cinderella who is a mechanic and really good at fixing things, and both books take place in space, and so they have a lot of similarities, and people were like, but there was an article online. I'll see if I can find it to include in my post. I can't promise though, but I definitely saw an article at one point where Deborah Underwood was talking about how she actually was shopping this around at the same time that Cinder was being shopped around, and it just takes a whole lot longer for a picture book to come into play and be published and all of that stuff than it does a novel. And it is so good. The two books are really nothing alike, so don't worry, it's not really like Cinder. We can just push that away. It is its own book completely, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a sneak peek of it today. It's just so fantastic, and if you either like fairy tales, if you like stories of Cinderella, if you like books about girls who can do things for themselves and you want to teach that amazing message to little girls or even to little boys, you want to check out Interstellar Cinderella. So it is about, obviously, a girl, and the end papers. The end papers are brilliant. You have all of Cinderella's equipment hanging, and they all have cool names, like there's a robot clamp, and there's a plasma pump, and then the last two pages have even more things hanging, so you get to see everything that's in Cinderella's toolbox, and it's super cool, and I like that. So you see that right away when you open it. And the story obviously is about a girl named Cinderella, and it takes place in space, and it has the fun rhyming scheme. So, she's got tools and sprockets, and she dreams about fixing fancy rockets, and it's really cool. You've even got like the mouse, like the Disney mouse, except it's not Disney, so that's pretty neat. And she fixes things around the house all of the time, so she's the fixer-upper, not a man in the family, which is awesome. And when it is announced that there's going to be the Prince's Royal Space Parade, she's told by her stepmother that she can't go, but maybe she can if she can fix that broken ship. And so she doesn't have her toolbox, and she's stranded and doesn't know what to do. And then her mouse droid sends out an SOS, and she gets her fairy god robot. So I thought that was really creative. Just, there's so many creative things in this. So this is her fairy god robot, and her fairy god robot gives her some brand new tools and a space suit, and the space suit is covered in jewels. And then she gets a special power gem that'll speed this ship, but the gem only lasts until midnight, and then it won't fly the ship after that. So the elements of Cinderella are there in a very unique, fun, creative way that I just love a lot. And the story continues, and she gets to go to the parade, and then she gets to save the prince. This is a story where Cinderella saves the prince. How cool is that? I really like that element of this book. His ship is broken, and his chief mechanic quit, and he doesn't know what to do. And along comes Cinderella, and she is so awesome that she fixes that ship for him. And he invites her to the ball, and they talk all night, but he never sees who she is because they're in their spacesuits. And so then he goes off to find her because she leaves behind her sonic wrench. And what's really cool is he goes around, and you got the traditional story, except instead of the shoe, it's a girl who can actually fix a ship. So he looks for her, and he can't find her. And what's really awesome about the end is the way that it starts off with the traditional message of the prince asking Cinderella to be his bride, and she thinks about it, and she's like, you know what, I'm really too young to get married, but she wants to be his chief mechanic, and it's her dream come true because all she's ever wanted to do is fix spaceships. And so it's just really cool. The message is that you don't need to have a guy to be awesome and to be able to fix things on your own, but you can still live out your dreams, and it is still very much the Cinderella fairy tale, even as it has this great unique message. And I really love the book a lot. I highly recommend it, whether you're an adult reading it, whether you're reading it to a child. I highly recommend this book. It is just so much fun, and it is so creative, and I can't wait to see what kind of messages Deborah Underwood puts into future books. And that is everything from me today, and I will talk to you again soon. Have a great weekend. Bye.